When it comes to the world of geekdom, there's never going to be an exact synergy or agreement upon what people like. And personally, I like that. While some people can go about it in a rude and wrong way, I prefer that the fandoms don't agree. Because then we would be able to have the nerd talks, the nerd games, the discussions, and the challenges, and be able to make videos like this. So with that being said, I'm going to make a video giving my 10 hot takes, or 10 of my hot takes, because I have more, but these are 10 I thought of. 10 Marvel hot takes.
All she ever says, come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. Yeah. You don't ever come to me. Yeah. All she ever says, come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. Yeah.
Alright, you guys, so before we get into this video, if you're viewing this video, thank you. That's for one. 2, be respectful, okay? You might not agree with what I gotta say. You might see things a different way, right? You might have a different opinion. You may not understand what I'm trying to say. Most videos I make anyway are subjective. There's only a few of my videos that are comics based that you can point to a show, a movie, or a comic and say what I said was actual fact. So you don't gotta be rude. So my first Marvel hot take, and I don't even know if this is a hot take for real, because hot takes imply that this is something that people usually don't agree with when it comes to the subject. But anyway, it goes, I think Wolverine's origin never should have been revealed. Never should have been revealed. He was better off ignorant. I have read Wolverine comics, right? I have read Wolverine comics, which is to say, well, I don't read Wolverine comics. Here's what I mean by that. I have read earlier Marvel stories, right? Early Marvel stories are good. But I really started reading more Marvel, more around the same time most people my age or younger really started reading Marvel, when Marvel got popular after the launch of the Civil War comic. Right? And around that time, Wolverine was fun. Wolverine was fun. Younger Marvel comic stories, Wolverine was good. Wolverine was fun. But after they retconned his memory coming back in House of M, that's where y'all fucked up at. Because after his memory come back, there's no more, I don't think there is any more excitement to him. Not to say that he sucks as a character now, but I feel like he, just like the Joker in DC Comics, revealing his origin, or his backstory, will take the fun out of the character. Wolverine is better off as a mystery. It was better off when people alluded to what he did. Oh, I heard about him. Oh, don't make him mad. Why? Or saying, you don't remember what we did. It was better off when he was a mystery. It gave more, it made him more interesting. It made him more appealing. Plus, it made him more feral. It made him more unpredictable. I'm going to do an MCU hot take. And that is that Thor: The Dark World is very underrated. I think it's my favorite Thor movie. It's my favorite Thor movie. I am not a Thor fan whatsoever. And that's saying something, since I love myth. But Norse myth is probably one of the most boring myths I ever heard. Like, it's not even that. Even if you don't look at the myth side, Thor in the comics is boring to me. Like, I didn't like, he was boring to me in all the shows. In Avengers Assemble, they try to make him a comedy character. Thor is not a comedy character. This is why I say Thor 2 is the best one. Thor 1 was a dry, long burn. It was boring. Thor 3, it wasn't bad. Thor 4, we're not even going to talk about that. But Thor 2, his relationship with Jane, the ether, how his father and him talked about him focusing on Asgard, that is Thor. Thor is a serious character who wants to protect everything else, wants to be on Earth. I can go in on this. Like I said, Thor 3 and Thor 4, he became more of a comedy character. Thor is not a comedy character. No matter what they try to make him an Avengers symbol, no matter what Taiki Waititi, Tacky, whatever his name is, try to do with him. Thor is a serious character. Thor is, I'm not going to say he's dark. I'm not going to say he's a hard ass. I'm not going to even say he's gruesome. But he's not a comedy character. Spider-Man is very overrated. Okay. I guess I get the whole he's relatable thing. I guess I get that. I guess. But why does relatability have to be so simple and basic? There's other characters who are relatable, but their stories are so much more complex. And there's other characters that run off of Spider-Man who are more interesting. Look at Silk. Got bit around the same time, but was locked up. You gotta learn how to be a Spider-Man now, or a Spider character at your age, and you're around the same age as Peter Parker. And now Peter Parker's like what, late 20s, early 30s. That's interesting. Because now it's like, okay, you spent most of your life locked up, so now it's either you can use your middle-aged life to be a hero, or you can try to enjoy what your life was supposed to be. Look at Superior Spider-Man. I mean, essentially it's just Doc Ock, but it gives more nuance to him. It gives him more layers. It makes him, you can see him from a different angle, a different point of views. Help him, you can start to sympathize with him more, understand a little bit better. Say Miguel O'Hara, a violent Spider-Man who was trying to do the right thing, but then suddenly, boom, life said, fuck you. Another slept on MCU show or movie, it's the Incredible Hulk movie. I think this movie is slept on. Honestly, out of the entire phase 1 of Marvel, Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk are my 2 favorite movies. I don't care what nobody say. When is the last time we've seen Hulk be Hulk? Maybe that's the last time. So let's go back a little further. Hulk and Avengers weren't bad, but it won't this. It won't him losing his shit every 5 minutes. It won't him fighting the Abomination. It won't him trying to protect Betty. Plus, I'm a sucker for origin stories. But once you see an origin story played out so many times, you don't want to see it. So them running through his origin story and him trying to kill the Hulk, that's great. Him trying to protect Betty. And it gave us more background on Thunderbolt Ross. Like, when y'all sleep on this movie, this movie's actually pretty good. The fight scenes, these are the best fight scenes Hulk has ever had. Look-wise, this is the best Hulk, to me, appearance-wise, which goes into another hot take. The Abomination looks great here. I don't know what y'all talking about. This Abomination, I love the way Abomination looks now. This Abomination looks menacing as shit. I'm running away from this Abomination. The Abomination we have now in modern Marvel movies, this nigga look like an action figure mixed with a fish. Like, I don't like this. And I know now he looks more comic accurate. Comic accuracy is not always a good thing. I don't care what nobody says. You got the Xmen suits at the end of Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, one of those fucking movies. Those costumes were comic accurate, but they look fucking terrible. Comic accuracy is not always a good thing. Speaking of looks, I have no problem with Cat Beast. Cat Beast looks fucking awesome. Again, I'm gonna try to stay on topic. I'm not even gonna get into I don't like beasts. I'm not gonna get into the movies. I'm not gonna get into TV shows. I'm gonna try to stay focused. I'm not gonna talk about why I don't like beasts. I'm trying to stay focused. Cat Beast looks fucking awesome. If you take all his comic appearances after he turned blue, I've seen probably what, 4, maybe 5 different ways he looked. Between Cat Beast and the look he looked before he became a blue gorilla ape thing were the best. His first appearance, he looks stupid. He looks dumb as fuck. He looks like a fucking blue gremlin. Next appearance, I think it was Cat Beast. After that, where he looked like a man who was big with like flushed hair and stuff, was great. Gorilla Beast looks like a fucking joke. I'm not taking this nigga. If you are scared of Gorilla Beast, something is wrong with you. He's not scary. He's not intimidating. He looks like a fucking joke. Loki? Loki is a shitty villain. Loki has no business being a villain. Like, make it make sense. And I'm not even talking about his execution. I'm not talking about his execution at all. Because his plans, if it won't for like that one person who thinks their way out his plans and stuff, his plans, his execution is fine. Conceptually, it makes sense for him to be a villain. You know, God of lies, God of mischief, he's manipulative. And to be honest, I prefer my fantasy mythic gods to be against him in anything anyway, to be honest with you. That's why I like the gods of DC universe more than I like Marvel universe. But that's another story. When I say he's a shitty villain, I meant motivation-wise. Please make it make sense. Because the words avarice, greed, selfishness, ungratefulness never screamed louder than me. You're mad because you're not a king. You're not even that. You're essentially mad that Odin adopted you. Let's dissect that a little bit. You was a frost giant. Thor. Okay, cool. Who were always at war. Who were known to eat their young, probably. So Odin saves you to try to make peace between Asgard and Jotunheim, which would have stopped the war on both fronts. So if they weren't at war, you could have had a better life. But now that he adopted you, you're now a god. You have more power than you can imagine. You are one of Asgard's top 3 sorcerers. Is it what's thinking about Carnilla and Amora? You're one of Marvel's top 10, top 15 most powerful / most notorious sorcerers. Anyway it goes, you're still royalty. You're the son of Odin. Adopted or otherwise, you're still royalty. But you're mad because you're not king. Here's another thing. Even if he didn't save you and you didn't get eaten or killed in war or whatever, you would have had to wait for your father to either die or be killed for you to be promoted king anyway. So what the fuck is your problem? I don't get it. Like, make it make sense. You're mad for essentially what fucking reason? There are certain members on the Avengers who just should not be Avengers. And I'm not even talking about like their power-wise or their character, personality-wise, or how they think. That's probably another video itself. But I'm not talking about that. I meant, when I picture Avengers, maybe this is biased, I don't know. Maybe this is biased, or maybe it's just like a close way of thinking. I'm thinking the fancy suits and the costumes and, you know, people who go out to save the world. But there's some people on the Avengers who's been on the Avengers that I just don't see as a team. Like, I think they're better off solo. Like, the idea of Spider-Man being on the Avengers never makes sense to me. Because to me, Spider-Man is a solo hero. Luke Cage, him on the Avengers don't make sense to me. And that's saying something, because Luke Cage is one of my favorite characters. But he's good with people. He's a people person. I see him more as what he's doing in recent Marvel, you know, being the spokesperson to the man, or being a mayor. Him being on a team with Jessica Jones that don't make sense to me. It just doesn't seem right. Same thing for Doctor Strange. I see Doctor Strange as a consultant. You go to him when you need help, when you think you got a magic problem. I see him training people. But him on a team, that's why you always see him doing solo shit. Same thing for Shang-Chi and Iron Fist. When I think of Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, Daredevil, I'm thinking movies like Bruce Lee, Jet Li, One-Armed Sword Man, martial artists who are usually by themselves. For them to be on a team, it doesn't seem right to me. Power-wise, mentally-wise, on a team, sure, fine, cool. But as a character, I can't fathom it. I can't understand it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is honestly a top 5 Disney Plus show. Stop sleeping on it. Stop sleeping on it. I think it's one of the best. I think for me, again, like I said, this is based off of what I feel and what I think. This is my favorite Disney Plus show. Now, I haven't seen Moon Knight. I've seen the first episode, got confused. Have I seen Miss Marvel? Nah, I'm not a Miss Marvel fan. I feel like she's more for teenage girls. Have I seen Echo? I didn't hear many good things about it. Try about Secret Invasion. First episode was okay. After that, everybody was like, fuck this. No. Alright, cool. She-Hulk, want all that. Hawkeye was good. But Loki was good too. But when people say they're top 3 MCU shows, one of the first things I hear is WandaVision. First of all, I hated WandaVision. Maybe because I just don't like sitcoms. But that's what most of the show was. Sitcom based. No. The only reason I liked WandaVision was because I prefer Wanda as a villain. I always think she works better as a villain. She causes a lot of problems anyway. I don't think she has any business being a hero. But we're not talking about WandaVision. If you look at the shows, Falcon and Winter Soldier, we got some explanation of what happened after the snap. Captain America 4 is about to come out. Then we get Thunderbolt. Like, there's so much that derived from Falcon and Winter Soldier. And it was very Winter Soldier-esque. Winter Soldier is still better. Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was the best one. I'm sorry. It's probably one of the best shows. My last Marvel hot take is Michael Bendis' run on our new X-Men wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I just think it was executed the wrong way. And what I mean by that is, for one, it went on way too long. Way too long. And too much came out of it. You had the Dennis run on New X-Men. You had X-Men Blue. You had Battle of the Atom. Then they tried to do all new X-Men stuff connected to Uncanny. It was too much. The first 2 volumes were awesome. Stories after that, X-Men 5, like volume 5, I think, and even Child of Jean Grey, some parts about Adam, they was fine. But you should have just made all of that one big event. One big event. Them going into the multiverse to see different multiverses or different places in the multiverse wasn't needed. Adding X-23 definitely was not needed. You carried it way too long. It went out to way too many things. And then it was just... But yeah, guys, those are some of my Marvel hot takes. Again, be respectful in the comments. But let me know if you agree with these hot takes, if you don't agree, and why. What are some of your hot takes? And I'm going to catch you guys later. Deuces.